now, like, go and look at hotels in Melbourne for Grand Final Day.
Mate, you even said that a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
At this point,
I keep telling you, just book it. I really do. I think if you get the 2 home finals, you 100% be there, and it's now a month until we start finals. They've got a 3-headed monster. Fogarty, Philthorpe, Walker. You're in trouble. Don't want to miss out on some good accommodation.
yeah, come on over.
Come on over, get your car sorted from the airport, get your flight sorted. You're going to be there. Welcome to this Feel Good Friday on this beautiful Friday, August the 1st, wherever you are and have you doing football with us. Thanks for tuning in and keeping it all the way up, as always, keeping it very stiff on this Feel Good Friday. And boy, let's get straight into football. Last night, we had Thursday night football and we thought, you know what, this is going to be a barn burner. Dogs, Giants is going to save Thursday night football. Implications of both teams are high. Implications for the teams around these two teams were high. Where are we finishing on the ladder? We were ready for primetime thriller. Had a thrill on our hands there on a plate, ready to go. Even the broadcasters, don't know if you saw this, 7 on Fox Footy going at each other. Now, very much just 7 going at Foxtel football, should I say?
Yes, well, there's not much that they had in return, right?
No.
Like, what did they have in their arsenal?
Once you remove the nicknames for your own organisation,
Yes.
the culture goes.
Correct.
And now Foxtel football, I think they might have done a backtrack on this, and now they're allowing the nicknames to come back after the feedback on this whole thing was not allowing the callers to give each other nicknames. It's un-Australian. It really is.
Yes, it's also, the more I thought about it, it reminded me very much of any time we've heard about slight rule changes or things that are going to happen to the AFL where you go, I hear what you're saying, but there's probably a good list of 10 to 15 things we'd rather fix before that.
Yeah, before that.
Like, that's not a major issue.
No.
And that is very much the case.
Yeah, that's what they did here. So right now we're going to implement the same thing. Oliver, good to see you, as always.
Well, you know, my favourite morning, Friday morning, is Daniel Does Football.
Correct.
And I absolutely love it.
Yeah. What's your middle name?
Andrew.
Andrew. I'm John.
What's yours?
Oliver Andrew. Daniel John.
Daniel John.
But 7. This is why. So I love this from 7. It was really just 7 taking a shot at Foxtel football here.
Oh, absolutely.
Where they took the time at the start of the broadcast to open the game to call their callers by nicknames and even have the graphic on the screen of their nickname names. Like, the level of shithousery and trolling that takes, that can't be an oversight.
No, it's
how
not.
great
Yeah.
that is to have commentators BT, Hayne, this is on the screen, Hodgie, Rui, and then just Mitch. So Mitch just being Mitch.
I suppose we would refer to him always as Mitch Cleary. So
Yes.
I suppose Mitch
Is just
in many
Mitch.
ways is
and
a
everyone
nickname.
said, no, his name is Mitchell Cleary. I've never heard him being called Mitchell
don't
Cleary.
think it's
No,
Mitchell.
Mitch is just Mitch.
Yeah.
There's always one guy in the group who never has a nickname.
Yeah.
There's always one guy who's just like, oh, that's just Mitch.
Did you have one?
Yeah.
Goals.
Goz, for a long time there, I was calling myself Buddy. In year
You
12.
were calling yourself?
Yeah, I got into a real arrogant football phase in my year 12 year where I was like, I think I'm a bit like Buddy Franklin, so I had Buddy on my year 12 jumper. And no one ran with it. It was just... No one started doing that. I don't want that to take off. What was your little year 12
Didn't have
jumper?
one.
Just Oliver.
Oh, we didn't. We weren't allowed nicknames on ours, bizarrely.
Oh, woke.
Yeah.
They're all
yeah.
woke.
School's gone. School's gone.
School's gone. But Foxtel football, they're now obviously so they went with the no nicknames because they said, and from what we're hearing, is that the people who were tuning in to Foxtel football to watch football weren't understanding who Pipe was, weren't understanding who Chief was, Hutto. They didn't have any idea. So Foxtel football were like, well, let's strip back the nicknames and let's go very much formal first names only. Mm-hmm. It didn't work. They've done that, but we're excited for Thursday night football. Laid an egg. Real egg out there last night under the dome. Not good for football. Not good for neutrals out there. We thought it was a barn burger. Western Bulldogs, 88-point winners, completely walked them around. Found out we got a team full of dogs.
Oh, yeah.
Out west. Just a team full of greyhounds and bulldogs, and they finally beat allegations that they can't be a good football team, find themselves sleeping inside the top 8 right now. Now, I don't know if anyone else did this, but obviously we know on Thursday nights, or if you don't know, I do this. I go to my happy hour drinks.
Okay.
I have my Guinea.
Mm-hmm.
And
Just the one?
Then then I have a few other drinks after that, and I get home. And I got home, did what I had to do, put the Foxtel football on, and I just, it's just there on the screen. Watch now. For the first quarter, I did watch the football in Hindi.
Oh, yes, of course.
Yes. So I wasn't...
By accident?
Yep. I didn't know that they were rolling out the Hindi coverage and
Yes.
the normal coverage.
Yes.
So for the whole first quarter, I know I've had a few beers here, but that sounds a bit different to me. And I sat there the first quarter just assuming, someone behind the scenes is like jailbroken it, or something's going on where Foxtel Football have done something here, like they've mixed up like a coverage that goes overseas to the Australian coverage. I think it's quarter time, and I go back in the meeting, I'm like, this can't be it. I didn't realise they were doing the Hindi coverage.
Yep.
So the first quarter, I watched the game in Hindi.
Well, sometimes we have seen Foxtel Football occasionally, accidentally, and I think last night was the case, slipped into a little bit of Channel 7's coverage.
They do it again?
Yep, they did it again. So I can see where you're coming from. That might have been a concern.
I just assumed.
Yeah.
All the no nicknames and just the Hindi just seemed natural to me. So I was like, okay, we're now rolling with no nicknames and the coverage in. Like Foxtel Football's doing some things out there that I'm not really sure. Like, I didn't know about this, but here we are.
I rate it, though. That's fun.
It was good. It wasn't bad. It was good. Good call. It was a good call.
Energetic. Like
great energy.
Yeah.
Great energy. Now, obviously, I didn't understand it, but the energy was paramount.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Yeah,
it was awesome. So I did get back to the coverage that I understood. But the Dogs are now sleeping in the top 8. They still, I guess, they've only beaten one team in the top 8. These are the Giants. They beat them twice. But the game was over from the start.
Yeah.
It was over from the start. Let's be honest right here. Not once the Giants even looked like they were going to turn up. The Dogs beat them up. The Dogs now, genuine, they were flat track bullies. I think we can safely say they're just bullies.
Yeah.
They're just bullies. I think they've won 7 of the last 15 by 70 plus points. They were quicker than them. They were stronger. There was a tsunami coming for the Giants. It was just a tsunami full of Bulldogs.
Yes.
Coming right at them. So they just from start to finish, I did not see this coming at all. I was very big on the fact that the Giants are the Giants. We know what they are. We now know, given it was round 21, that you are what you are by now. Didn't know the Dogs had that in them. They do. You called it, didn't you?
Yeah, I know they've got it in them, but we just needed to see it against a genuine, challenger.
We did. So they're all the way up now, be feeling really good there at Dogland. Sam Darcy, Aaron Norton, they're officially a big problem for the league.
Yeah.
The way they're working together.
Oh, then you throw Tim English into the fold.
Oh, he started clunking everything.
Princess
in the first quarter.
Di, my goodness.
He went forward and just started grabbing everything and got involved. It was just the tall land of people just roaming around, plucking everything from the sky in the first
Land
quarter.
of the Giants.
Yep, it was.
Yeah.
It was actually a game where the Dogs were just bigger.
Yes.
It was pretty much an Oz kick game for the first quarter, or for the whole game. But for the first quarter, it was like, okay, these kids are playing against like a group of kids that are much younger than them and bullying him and grabbing everything out of the sky. I mean, had Sam Darcy and Aaron Norton just doing whatever they want. It did feel a bit like there in the middle for the Doggies midfielders, a case of you get the ball in midfield and you close your eyes and you say, fuck it, Darcy and Norton are inside 50 somewhere.
If you kick it high,
they are going to grab
in
it.
any direction, someone will be
They
there.
will grab that. So we know Sam Darcy, he's the demigod.
Yep.
He's been that for a long time. Norton, he is a baller, Norton. 50 goals this year. And that's a great effort considering he had the slow start of the year. I think maybe he struggled to know how he's going to play with Darcy initially, given that he probably thought he was Batman. And then Darcy came in and said, oh, well, I very much am built like a Batman. Maybe I should be Batman. So then Norton had to go back to a Robin role and then working out how he fits being the number 2 dog in that side of that forward 50. Has his balls and be lead up, contested marks. He's now figured out, kicked 50 goals for the year, kicked 5 again last night. Darcy kicked 5. They're both getting a lick of the ice cream. Like, that is scary when it's all firing like that. That's a real problem for defenders. Sam Taylor looked tiny. Now, Sam Taylor is a big son of a bitch. I've looked up at him.
Yeah, right, okay.
He's that big. Yep. And Sam Darcy towered him to a fact where Taylor couldn't defend him and started scratching his neck and taking blood and like he was giving freeze away. Sam Darcy is a cheat code.
Yeah.
He just is. How do you defend that? I actually don't know how you defend it anymore.
No, and particularly that when they figure it out, which they clearly did last night, it's only natural that when you're setting up your defense that you're looking at Sam Darcy and you go, okay, well, that's obviously who we need to be focusing on.
Yeah.
But then you've just got all these other weapons that you then have to worry about.
Absolutely. And as you said,
so what do you do?
Well, and as you said, English was down in the first quarter, so now they've got English. Poulter in the first quarter was running
by the
wild.
way, 6'4".
Yeah.
He looked tiny.
Big boy. And then you go, okay, it's going to hit the ground. Maybe we're a chance. No, Norton and Darcy are very much good on the ground. And they got West on the ground.
Yep.
So the Dogs have so many weapons. It felt like it all just clicked last night. The forwards, Darcy and Norton, they complement each other so well. To think they could have Jamara Ugelhagen in that forward line as well, it would be even more terrifying. But those two are out there right now. The way they're playing together, complementing on the ground, in the air especially. Norton, his turnaround, he has to be All-Australian contention.
You reckon?
50 goals this year, second to Coleman.
Yeah.
And that is wild behaviour to think about, given his first 2 months of the season were dog shit. And he's one of my neighbours. I can say that. He would say his first 8 weeks or 8 rounds of the season weren't very good. So he didn't turn it around. I think he's kicked 27 goals in the last 6 rounds. Like, he's on fire.
But is there an argument to suggest that that's not all Australian? Because you go, okay, 50 goals, that's fantastic, but you've scored half of those, more than half of those in the last couple of weeks.
But you got to kick him.
That's true, but he's also, for every goal, misses 4 of them.
He does have a lot of shots on goal. He has a lot of shots on goal.
I don't know.
He has a lot of shots on goal.
I prefer, like, 2 goals a game up until round 21, rather than no goals, then just like lots.
True. Well, I mean, Darcy and Norton just had their way with Taylor and Leeka Lee, who came into the team. Now, Leeka Lee at the Saints, your war chest is jingling a lot of money. I think the offer was you put $700,000 more on top of the contract that he was getting from the Giants.
Yep.
So you put that much more money ahead of him to get him. He kind of had an average one. He had an average one. He was struggling out there. Yeah. So St Kilda fans want him hard. Also, got a little taste of what it might be looking like.
Seems like a lot of cash for someone who's shown glimpses for sure, but not consistent. I don't know.
That's when you get names in, you just go, you know what, who's out there who could. But you know what, potential through the roof.
Well, that's very true.
Potential through the roof, and we know.
That's true.
Potential.
The exciting thing about the Saints now is it very much feels like, okay, if we can re-sign Nas and then get TDK and then just see what else is in the war chest, it's like, let's just get anyone.
Anything that's out there that you might get your hands on, you may as well do it now.
Why not?
You got the money to spend and go out there and just shop yourselves around. But the Dogs here, they always get the Giants. They always find the Dog midfielders, they must have some kind of curse on the Giants where they get to do whatever they want to. The Giants midfielders, like Stephen Curnow even said after the game that under Adam Kingsley, it was the worst performance they've ever had as the Giants under Adam Kingsley. Adam Kingsley said it as well. Yeah. That was as bad as the Giants I've ever seen.
Well, second biggest loss since their grand final, I'm pretty sure.
It was really bad. Just no effort. No effort. Maybe the energy from winning the Sydney Derby, maybe that was all used up last week, and the Toby Greene energy and him being out. Like, it just very much looked like from start to finish, which is very rare in this league, they did not want to turn up and play football, which is you hated seeing. We thought it was going to be a great Thursday night football game. Now we moved to Friday night tonight to save the primetime game slot. We need this, but minus 51 in contested football were the Giants. Now that is not Giants football.
No, it's not
at all. And there was no run and dare and tsunami like fast football. It was just pretty much they just were training cones out there, literally orange training cones.
Yeah, for
the whole game is what they were. At one point in the game, the Giants didn't touch the ball for 7 minutes, and in that 7 minutes, the Dogs had 32 touches. So that's a long time in 7 minutes of AFL football for your team not to even get their hands on the ball. Mm-hmm. That is a long time. And 7 minutes.
And that would include, hypothetically, like a bounce and the ruckman touching it. That would count.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
So didn't even do that.
Kick-ins.
Yep.
Give the Dogs, I think, kicked 18 points, so didn't even get to kick it in. Didn't get an easy one there. So no touches for a 7-minute period in the game. And Adam Kingsley after the game would have absolutely lost his shit.
He'd be right up there with
looked
people.
On the bench. He looked fuming. I think at one point I saw him cutting off messages to the runners out there, being like, absolutely not. Don't go out there. I'd want them to sit in this for a bit. Very angry dad vibes.
Loves a computer too, Kingsley.
He?
Oh, he had 2 on the go.
Big computer nerd. Yes. Really? Tablet guy. Probably just writing out like emails to the players right now. How angry he is. So... before we keep going on with this, there is a guy who I think is just either honestly murdered someone next door or he's building like some kind of bunker under the earth. We're not sure. It's been going on for a couple of weeks there. Every Friday. There's
been a couple of Mondays and Wednesdays too, but absolutely.
At the moment, we're going through some real bunker awareness next door. Yes. So if you hear a lot of banging through this pod, it's just some guy who potentially might have people locked up.
Yep.
We're not sure.
We don't know.
We're going to investigate it after this. But this game, again, we don't have to spend too long on it. It is what it is. It's just not necessary.
It's just not necessary.
To be banging that much inside an office place, But it looked like a game where every weakness that the Giants had, or maybe there was a little doubt there, was exposed in a massive way.
Yeah.
So they normally don't mind teams going inside 50 on them because they can rebound off that and get numbers behind the ball. Hard to rebound when you've got 2 just freak shows catching everything inside 50. Their mids got monstered by bigger mids who are stronger, like the Doggies mids, and they run so deep. The Dogs midfield. So that was shown up. Their depth is crazy. The Dogs defenders could sit up because the Giants were so slow. Tim English had a legacy game.
Mate, did he?
Man, loves designer. Loves designer clothes. He's be rocking around some Balenciaga or some Gucci today. He only wears designer. So he had a great game. So now the Dogs, they're back in the race. It was a game where if the Dogs had lost this, they are back in the race for the 8. And you can't fit 9 to 8. So someone's got to go.
It's a real sleepover though, because as we know, Suns have Richmond.
Yep.
And
So they're back.
So that's back.
back
and
in.
then a game in hand. So I don't know. It's tight.
It's going to be tight. So maybe it's one where the Giants could sleep out. This was really bad for the Giants.
Oh, yeah, gotcha.
Let's not forgive this one. I think now round 21, we don't give no more mulligans.
God, no.
At round 21, there's no mulligans. So for them to have that 88 points from a team that we looked at last week in the third quarter going, these guys could potentially maybe win the flag off that football, to not even show any sign of that for 4 quarters, to not touch the ball for 7 minutes.
Yep.
That is going to be hard for them to shake the fraud allegations.
Particularly, let's not lose sight of the fact that the percentage hit here is crucial. So Fremantle in the spot above the Giants, 111.7. Giants now 111.3. Hawthorn, as we know, with a massively difficult run in fifth, they've got a percentage of 119.9.
Yep.
So this isn't just a loss. This is a bad loss.
It's bad. For all Freo fans are happy with this because they weren't expecting the Giants to get smoked like this. Now they go up.
Yep.
As well on the ladder. So not only did, as we said at the start, it have implications for both these teams, it had the implications for teams around them who now, right now in 21, a position here in the top 8 decides where you travel or not. Or if you can have a home final, can you get an easier pass? Like all these games leading in now are so important. And to lose one in the top 8, given it's so close, that's a big hit for these Giants. Because they could have sewed up the top 8 right now. And everything that had to move inside the top 8 would have been where you're traveling or you're not traveling. Now it's like, okay, one of these teams still has to miss out. So we don't know who it's going to be. But I cannot wait for this thing to ramp up with 3 rounds left after this. It's exciting. It's very, very exciting. And the Dogs, if they miss out, stiff. Their percentage, the way they play, what they've shown, like they very much, we know they beat up the shit teams. And we get that, but they also can show that they can beat up the good teams. So if they do miss out, that's a team that probably deserves to be in finals.
It's just so tight, isn't it? They've only got 2 more losses than 90% of the top 8.
It's rough.
It's like that's stuff.
It's rough.
It's not where you can go, but 12 losses, probably too much, mate. Like, I'm sorry, but you look at that and you go, come on, that's a pretty good record.
They deserve a spot. So I got no mulligans for the Giants. I don't know. I'm now even more confused about what they are because it's been 2 weeks of football where they haven't shown up for a half and then 4 quarters, and they've played 1 good quarter of football in 8 quarters. So I really don't know what they are or where they're at. And Toby Greene getting suspended doesn't help at all.
Oh, God. How much would they have needed him? But
Yeah,
the ball
would
was
love him.
virtually not even anywhere near where he'd be.
But all they need for him is like, oh yeah, Bod looks a bit fat.
That's true.
And then all right, here we go. He's done it 2 weeks in a row. Here we go.
True.
He just called the Bod fat. Like, this is going to be awesome. So he's not out there. So let's go Dogs. I'm going to rally behind the Dogs.
Yep.
They seem like a fun and dangerous team, and I can get behind that. Big time.
That's so funny you just said that they were fun the other episode. They're fun but not dangerous.
Now they're fun and dangerous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It changes quick in this world, doesn't it?
Literally, it can change so quickly in a blink of an eye. You can be fun and dangerous. Or you can be the Giants where people are whispering fraud.
Yes.
And that's where they're at. Some news. All-Stars. Announcement. Exciting. For everyone here, we've got Dane Swan and Adam Cooney.
Pretty good names.
Join the teams. Dane Swan for the Vic team. Adam Cooney for the All-Stars. This is good too. Brownlow medalists. Gee, I am very much a fraud in this team.
Well, hang on, we've got 3 Brownlow medalists as well.
I need you to make this team so I can at least elevate off the bottom of fraud watch here. So then at least it'll be you and me at the bottom of... Because I've played 26, you've played 0.
Yeah, well, I've played negative games. Because you've also played VFL games.
Yep.
You've also played, academy games.
So say you do get picked,
yeah,
and obviously in the change rooms before the game, it's like, oh, guys, look, Brownlow's 26 games is what it is. Like, we can at least have that conversation. And you're like, yeah, I did my knee playing Harry Potter, Quidditch. Would you bring that up with them or not?
Well, yeah.
Because when you go strap your ankles or your knee, they'd be like, well, how'd you do that? You'd be like, oh.
Yeah, well, it depends how you look at it, because I am also the only person to have done it. So I'm the only person who gets it. So maybe they're on fraud watch for not having played Quidditch,
Do you think you're the only person in the world who might have done ACL playing Quidditch?
No, God, no.
You don't reckon?
No. No, they've got like a Quidditch World Cup. It's, you watch Quidditch College in America.
That's not a thing. It's televised Quidditch College. So you can go to college for Quidditch?
Well, no, I don't think you get a scholarship for it, but it's big. And they get the track star, like whoever would be their track, on. They would be on scholarship.
How's it the same? Like Silverham.
No. You play as your college versus another college.
Okay.
So you'd have Texas Tech versus Auburn.
Oh, that's even worse.
And and then the Quidditch, the Golden Snitch is the cross country track champion at the school, and he's in a yellow morph.
No,
suit.
he's not.
Yes, he is.
It's a guy running around. They got to catch him.
Yep, in a yellow morph suit with a yellow stocking, and then they put a tennis ball at the end of the stocking, and then he just appears at some point during the game, and then you have to chase him and pull the. So no, I'm not the only person to have had a serious injury. No way, it's rough.
Fair enough. Well, you haven't been called yet. We've got 2 more names being introduced, and we're only, what are we now? 1st of August. We're 27 days away from the game.
It's crazy, like the list though already, and that may. What have we only got? Like 5 people on each team, if that.
If that, 4 maybe. Yeah,
Jeez, it's a pretty good lineup.
We're stacked. It's going to be a good game. I'm taking it so seriously.
Yeah. How is the body feeling this week?
Good first week of preseason. Yeah, good. Had the day off yesterday just to reset the body.
Went to the pub. Good.
Went to the pub and thought I was watching Hindi Foxtel football there for a bit. And I realised I had the wrong game on. No, good. Feeling good. Body's good. We're getting some running next week. And you know what? Just a power athlete these days. I don't need to be running up and down a wing.
Nah.
Give me 50-metre bursts.
Have you had a conversation on positions?
I won't play ruck. I'll give you a strong tip. I will not be playing ruck. I'll tell you what, the guy we can't talk about, if he gives me a position, I'm not going to listen to it.
And what if it's the position that you would like?
I'll listen to that.
Yeah.
But even if he says anything, I'm like, mate, fuck up.
So what's the position that you want?
Honestly, he should just give me a floating magnet.
You get the NAS.
Yeah.
You get the NAS.
I want the NAS magnet. Just let me float
okay.
around the ground. Because I'm just like, I'm not going to, whatever game plan, I'm not listening to that, mate. I'm on my own show.
Yeah, but you got to listen to Croft as coach.
Yeah, I do actually. It could be, well, it will be. I haven't searched it at all, but it's the first case that a captain has ever tried to sue a player
before the bounce.
Before the bounce of the game, and then they have to try and get along together. So that's fun.
Yeah.
That's good. So, well, hopefully, mate, the new phone gets a phone call soon. You'll be...
Yeah.
Fingers crossed for you.
I'll be folding that one out quick.
You will be. Hey, a bit of news before we wrap this Feel Good Friday up and let you get on with doing football over the weekend. Big, bad stuff happening at the Blues. Charlie Curnow is now out for the rest of the season with a knee injury. Whispers are going around town saying maybe it's the last time we've seen him in navy blue. Obviously, the rumours came out last week. The story broke that he'd been talking to Geelong and the Gold Coast, just saying, hey, I don't want to trade, but I would really like to live on those towns and in those towns and play football there. If you guys are in for that, Carlton came back and said, no, we're very much not in for that at all. You're a navy blue person. Michael Voss came out and said he is a navy blue person. He will stay navy blue. Now does a knee. For him, probably good for him in his camp to take the rest of the year off, assess the options, get the knee right, get the head right. But it's a shame because if it is the last time, really wanted to give him a farewell game.
Yeah, that's true.
Would have been nice to see us say later to him and say thanks for everything you've done. But we'll see. Off season now. It's a real off season from hell coming up for Blues fans.
Is that entertaining though? There'll be.
It's not often that other fans in the league get to do a hate watch in the off season. There's a big hate watch to see the Blues just empire crumble and fall to its knees. And again, this story keeps getting so much momentum. Jack Silvagni looking more and more unlikely to be at Carlton next year. Met with Craig McRae. Craig McRae coming out in the press said, yeah, I've met. I appreciate the honesty. I really did. I think we need more of that in the league. We need coaches just saying how it is, and maybe awkward for Jack back at Carlton to try and deal with that. But Craig McRae coming out and say, yeah, met with him. It was good. Had a good first date, I think his words were.
Yeah, I like that.
Said I could definitely go on a second date. Yeah, could you go on a second date? Really?
I bet you could.
Bet you could. Yeah, could you go on a second date with him? So now that looks like that's going to happen. It does feel like that. The Dogs are also meeting with him as well. Mitchell Cleary reported on that. So it looks like wherever he's going to go, he will be going out of Icon Park to another club, which is just so saddening. That's our heart and soul. That's our young son of a gun who generations has been at the football club for him to take out the roots and go plant them elsewhere. That's a bad time.
Geez, he'd be good for the Dogs though, wouldn't he? Well, he'd be good for pretty much wherever, but that Dogs team would be, yeah.
And as we do with all these things, you read into things that you see around the actual story that orbit the storyline. So orbiting the storyline here was Jack Silvagni. So when people started seeing Ben Silvagni change his Twitter DP to Ben in a Collingwood uniform, people started talking. So, okay, this is happening. The Silvagni clan are getting together and they're making this thing happen.
And so who's Ben Silvagni for the uninitiated?
Jack's brother.
And doesn't play footy.
Doesn't play football at all.
No.
Oh, he plays for someone where the guy who I forgot his name, but took mark of the whole football.
Yep.
We had him on the show. Took the mark on him. So he's changed his DP. It feels like Silvagni's are making this max exodus out of Carlton to go on. I don't, as a Carlton person, I don't like it, but for the storyline and for football, for the heel turn, I love it.
Yes.
It's awesome, but it's going to hurt my heart. It's just so wild to think. I'm sure there's more that we can think of that have happened in history that are probably bigger names that have left their club where they grew up and all the history's at. But right now, with the way everything is, it's just wild.
Yes, it is.
Given how both teams are going.
Also, before we move on from Collingwood, I saw the funniest thing yesterday. Geez, like, not only has Peter Dacos, really just given the world of football, two real,
Nice balls.
presence.
Yeah.
But
Sperm
also,
presence.
sperm presence, exactly. But also, geez, it's rejuvenated his career.
Man.
I saw a billboard
Yeah.
on Punt Road where he's standing, like, I think it was a Heritage Guernsey, I'm not quite sure.
Yeah, it would
but
be.
he was like miles ahead of his two sons who were behind him. And I'm going, geez, this bloke has done well out of this.
It's the Pete Show at Collingwood.
Yeah.
It's very much the Pete Show. I think when you produce that with your sperm, you very much get to do whatever you want at the club. You become the number one guy.
You are the
guy.
President, CEO level where you can go anywhere.
Yeah.
It's similar to
You
that.
do that. So when he's done that, and I've seen brand deals for him as well. So now brands
Yep.
getting involved. As we know, the coverage always pans to him whenever Nick touches it. It's like, he's like, pointing at his nuts, going, I did this. Yeah, I can do it again. So yeah, he's everywhere. His profile is big. But at Collingwood now, they've got a tight squeeze. So Darcy Cameron talks about him going back to Perth. Mm-hmm. Apparently, their salary cap must be bursting.
You'd think so.
Yeah, it just would have to be. Side bottom still, like side bottom Penalty maybe want to go on again. They bring Jack Silvagni in, so they lose Cameron potentially. Myercheck, they're saying they have to squeeze out. So the empire they're building, some players here have to fall out to make it all work.
The thing that you have spoken about, which I find really interesting though, is that a club of Collingwood's size and stature, that they can afford to not be on as much because your marketing deals outside of playing are so big.
Yeah.
So I find that really interesting.
Yeah, it is big. Yeah.
So they could all be on 500,000. Who knows?
They could, a bit like Geelong, or you could just cheat your way.
Yeah,
that's
that too.
Yeah, I don't know if it's not seeing any farms in Collingwood. If you do start seeing farms in Collingwood, they're up to something, for sure. So that's happening at the Pies. It's just all bad for the Blues. The Eagles, they're in absolute shambles. So we know they're a powerhouse club, a proud club, once a juggernaut of the AFL, now sitting 1-18. They're not rebuilding. It's a full demolition zone, is what it is. So Don Pike, the boss over there, jumps on the radio and says, look, we've looked at the stats, the games we've won, the calls we've won over 5 years, and we are officially, we're arse. We're very much arse. So historically bad. You know it's bad when the CEO has to come out and say, what we look like right now. We looked at clubs like North Melbourne, and when they were down bad, what did they get? Why can't we get that too? Mm-hmm. So in North Melbourne, they got a whole buffet of goodies from the AFL. They got the end of first round picks. They got rookie list spots, like extra spots. Basically, the AFL gave them like a whole booster pack to try and get to the rest of the pack of the AFL, not be an arse club. So Pike's going around saying, hey, why can't we get that? Is it because we've won a flag? What was it? Less than 5 years ago?
Yeah.
Is that why we can't get that? Why is this a thing that we don't get because we are a profitable big football club? So the league said to him, well, we can give you the first rounders at the end of the first round, like a pick 19 and 20. And then he's gone, well, that's not 19 and 20 anymore because you've ruined the draft system where all these father-sons, especially this year, are coming in, that 19 and 20 now gets pushed out to a second round. So essentially you're giving us second round picks to help our club. That's not where we're at. We need more than that. So it's all bad. It's all bad. So, and then he did come out and say, look, I get that maybe some people would say we've stuffed it up ourselves by trading away our picks, and we probably have done that, but the whole AFL's equalisation program won't work if you just keep letting us rot at the bottom forever because you refuse to give us some help. So hopefully they get it. They suck. They need help. Let's hope that they get it because they really hardly need help.
Well, yeah.
The whole vibe there, the West Coast Eagles fans need help because they turn up. And it's saddening to me and for us to see the Fly Eagle Flyer fans go down there every Sunday to the graveyard or wherever it is and just turn up in numbers and then leave at 3/4 time angry, upset at the world.
I just don't feel bad for them in a way, though, in a really good way.
Well, no one does because they won a flag recently.
Yeah, and they will soon. I'm not saying I don't feel bad for them because it would be shit to see this, but that stadium is full every week.
It is full.
They are such a
turn up.
wealthy club that players will might take a little bit, but they will go there. Whereas your North, I'm worried about, right?
North bad.
Yeah. With West Coast, I'm like, look, just...
Yeah, North. You don't have a car
will be okay,
park.
but North, yeah.
You don't have a car park at your football club, there's an issue straight away. That's the first thing I could see. And you're just real bad all the time and been bad for a long, long time. That's you're right. They are very contrasting. To the Bombers, Jaden Nguyen, Essendon's 14th debutant. This is awesome.
Welcome.
Well done. Join the club. I think now we've hit most debutants ever for a non-expansion team.
Congrats.
I think officially the record for non-expansion team of new players that have played for... We wanted this. Set new records. We said we want everyone on the list to be able to play. And we finally... I haven't seen how many more we got to go to knock off, but I think we're very much edging closer to it. We'd be close.
13 or 14 was where my memory goes
So it might be close.
for Fitzroy.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's unreal. I love that everyone on the list is getting a bit of taste of football.
Man, that BNF is going to go off.
Wild. Every player gets a vote. Oh, look out. Look out. They're going to hit the clubs hard for that.
Yep.
If you get one vote, oh, you're on. You're on an inside top 50 finish. Okay, then. Trigger alert. Hit that. Back up the money truck. Here we go. So that's good. I love that. We have to go there and do an episode with all the debutants.
Love that so much.
Don't know how we do it, but just get one mic in there and just ask them to come forward. And
I think in my head it would be very much, when you do photo day at the club.
Yep.
So they're all sitting on the little stand.
Yep.
And then we've just got 2 chairs in front of them.
Yeah.
And it's just, one big boom mic.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. We have to try and get there if we can. Who have they got this week again? They've got Sydney, the SCG, at Hinge Round Guild. That's not good. That's not good. Jeremy Cameron, so we are on home goal watch. I know I'm very excited about this. Probably more so excited than anyone else. It starts this weekend. Mm-hmm. Can he get there? On 69, needs 31 to go. Now, confirming, I had the question of, do we storm even if it's outside of finals? And I'm not sure. It was it was a lot of grey area. Weren't really sure. We storm.
I think
it's a storm job.
We're not going to have too many moments like this.
It's a storm job.
Do it.
But the league came out and said, no, we don't want to storm, especially if it's in finals. No storming. Because if you do that for a final, so that's a big close final, and you storm the field, and then you delay the game for 45 minutes, now we've got a 45-minute delay in a big final where someone team has momentum.
Yeah.
If the league tries to ban us from storming, it's as bad as the Foxtel football no nicknames thing.
I do get it, though.
I get it as well, but we have to storm.
Could you imagine a big final, a prelim, Geelong versus Carlton, and you're on the ropes, and then you have to stop for 45 minutes?
Imagine that. Imagine if he kicks it, so they're down by 5. He kicks a goal, they're up by 1. The team's got another minute to go and get the ball down in their goals to win the game, and we storm, and there's a 45-minute delay. I'm big. So we do storm. And if it happens in finals, we storm.
All right.
So I think it's very much a case. Everyone's looked at this. It's probably, unless he kicks a lot of goals. And now that the dust settles, I don't think he can do it in the home and away season. That's so many goals. I was silly for thinking that.
Having said that, though, the teams are pretty generous. Like, he can absolutely kick a bag against Port. You got the Bombers. I think they got Richmond as well.
Yeah.
They got Sydney, and then I believe the last game is against the Tigers.
He'll get to at least 8. He'll get to at least 90, I reckon.
Like, it's doable.
I reckon he'll get to 90, and then he'll got to kick 10 in. So they get up a chance, 2 finals. Okay, we need at least 3. We need 3 finals out of him.
So is there a minimum for their game against Port that you'd be looking for?
He needs to start 7.
Okay.
We need 7 here this weekend.
To really...
Yeah, we do.
Okay.
To be really on track.
Yeah, okay.
Really on track. So let's hope he gets there. I'm riding this so hard. So hard. And last thing I do want to finish with today. So I came across this just literally minutes ago. Naiwoi Miller could have been a kangaroo. If I'm reading this whole big footy thread correctly. So Naiwoi Miller, we know obviously who he is. His biological father is Ed Sainsbury, who played at the Kangaroos. And this big footy thread from VB underscore is underscore 4 underscore B.
Sure.
Who goes for North on October 4th, 2006. Comments, Ed Sainsbury at the Roos is a cousin of a few AFL boys and is married to Gavin Wangadine. I think he means Gavin Wangadine.
Almost certainly.
Sitter. I think he means sister.
Yes.
And they have a son. Maybe North should be getting 100 games out of Ed. The son is Naiwoi Miller.
That is amazing.
So this guy back in 2006 has called that we should be pumping games into Ed Sainsbury because he's got a son. Now, I had no idea that the son was going to be an absolute lord of football. But was like, I think, guys, hear me out. Very rogue. Ed Sainsbury's played like 25 games. I think we should keep getting like 75 more games into him. Playing with a broken leg. If he's out of form, just keep playing. I think something's good is inside his body.
I mean, shit username, but Cross is a good eye for talent.
Great. I know. Someone said one of the comments is horrible speller, but great at scouting.
Yeah.
Like, it's unbelievable. That's one of the all-time calls ever.
Yes.
Ever. When you look back in history and be like, this guy in 2006 has hit this so hard. And you probably know he probably hit at VB really hard when he posted Big Footy.
Yeah.
And he's like, hey, I got a crazy thought. Northbound have lost by a lot here. Just hear me out here on this.
I mean, that's Tin Hat Central, which we love.
Love that. It's a great call. So maybe he's right. I think now, if that's the thing, if you're a father-son, you just give 100 games to any player who you think might.
If they've got a kid, just get them there.
Just have them. So that's great. Hey, big round of football. You're working and playing on Sunday. You could be on
I
the
am
field
inserting.
again. Inserting? It's not a game you insert, though.
No, but my dream would be, and, I hope the powers that be at St Kilda listen to this.
Yep.
I did float the idea to a few people. They did seem keen at the time.
Yes.
But I do want to get in the huddle to sing the song. That's all I'm saying. Once in my life.
So have you flagged this that you will be in the huddle?
I have... No. Well, I would never insert myself to the huddle.
Oh, mate, you inserted last week. And how do we know that for sure?
I would never insert myself to the huddle. But if someone invited
you
me
in.
in, then of course I would do that.
Who would need to invite you? Ross?
Oh, I mean, like...
Because what level of entry are we talking here? Like senior leadership?
Oh, okay. It would be... Obviously, if Wilkie or Steele did it,
Yeah.
who's going to argue with that?
True.
Then I feel like if Nas did it, then you can't say no to Nas.
No, you can't.
And then I feel like potentially if our boy Alex did because of the sponsorship
Connection,
and
yeah, I get that.
and he's our new favourite thing in
Yeah.
the world. So to be any one of those people.
Yeah.
But I feel like, if a Lance Collard did it, then maybe I'd be...
No. I just have this vision now, just then, of like they're going to huddle up for the song, and they do the big hey, and you're just circling hard around looking for it in. Okay. Well, mate, good luck. You got the Roos. That's going to be an easy win.
I'm looking forward to it. Last home game, so it'll be big.
Well, go big.
Yeah.
Go big.
Go big,
We're
go
all
home.
watching because what Nasai did last week, really.
Yeah.
So we'll be tuning in for that, mate. And all out there, have a great weekend. Keep it stiff. Round 21 is here. If your team is in the finals, you have a great weekend of your hands and a few weeks coming up. And if not, just lay back, watch some football. We'll be back on Monday to unpack it all with you. We'll see you then.
What's gambling really costing you? For free and confidential support, visit gamblinghelponline.org.au.